Here we go. It's official. It's happened. The boy is in the building. Ladies and gentlemen, this is another episode of the Within Range podcast. Dom Juan, Jared Suter, and yes, the ear god is in the building today.
I feel like tonight it would be appropriate to say, dude, our guest is the ear god, dude.
He's not even a guest though. He's part of the pod, but but it's like
featured member.
Yes.
Yeah. Featured member is probably
you're getting the pull-out in the Within Range monthly edition, dude.
Yeah,
full pull-out.
I get my little blog site at the very back end of the magazine.
No, full middle. Dude.
Oh, full middle spread. Nice.
Yeah. Talking Pamela Anderson and Baywatch spread.
Oh hell yeah! Just see me at the computer, set up the microphone.
Ear god. So what's it been like since you've touched down in Arizona? Because for those who don't know, it's literally been 10 years since you've.
Close to 11. Yeah, so the last time I came was when you graduated from ASU. And
what a time it was.
It was Wells Fargo Arena, actually.
Yeah,
right
yeah. It was a time. It was a time.
And don't touch that stage.
What I loved about that particular time was like you were already on your way to doing the stuff that you wanted to do. And to see the progression over the 10 years and then coming back and almost seeing like the city progress with you, I feel like that's a cool feeling to think about.
Damn.
Because there was
definitely,
definitely wasn't as crowded and definitely wasn't as popping as it was then. But seeing you level up, it seemed like the city leveled up with you.
My brother in Christ, dude. I'm drinking to that one, dude. That made me feel some type of way.
Yeah.
We had Hippie Gypsy when you were last here, dude.
Yeah, that's true. For those who know,
there was a proper Mill Ave down there, dude.
Hippie Gypsy.
Now it's just Casas. It's like you guys ever seen Demolition Man?
Yeah.
Every restaurant becomes Taco Bell. I think that's what's happening to Tempe, dude. It's just every restaurant's becoming Casa. And it's just like, they're like, people are going to be going out to dinner and they'll be like, where the fuck are you at, dude? And he's like, I'm at Casa. Where are you at? And they're like, we're at Casa. And he's like, oh, dude. Sorry, I'm at Casa Sunbrew, dude. My bad.
And I would say, honestly, the trip coming back, because, for people that don't know, this was like many months in the making. Dom kept bugging me, when you come into AZ, when you come into AZ.
I've been bugging you since the pod started.
Yeah. And so there was a conversation that happened, and basically at the end of that conversation, the one-way plane ticket came about, and then we just had to figure out the rest. But today, I feel like is super cool because what you do essentially what you told me, what you do on a weekly basis, bi-weekly basis, I'm thinking this is like a perfect vacation. And I'm like,
oh yeah.
Yeah. And I think what I loved about that is like, oh, no wonder you guys are fired up on Fridays to do podcast episodes.
Hard not to be. Dude.
Yeah, to get the haircut.
It's an entire city to Boolin inside of it. It's crazy.
Right. So I came in, my flight was at like 5:50, came in at like 7 something. First thing we did, came back to the house, hung out for a little bit, went and got my hair cut. Hands.
Shout out Hands the Barber, the official barber of the Within Range podcast.
I've never felt more confident in 10 years younger.
The hands fade has you act different, dude. You act different.
Yeah.
You carry yourself differently, dude. It's immediate Don Draper energy. Like
it definitely did. It just activated super quick. Yeah. And then we went and got some sushi. The first time I ever had sushi on a conveyor belt. That was pretty cool.
Shout out Sushi on Tatum, bro. I saw Frankie Muniz in there last time I was in that spot.
That's crazy.
Frankie Muniz
Shout out
nasty, dude, race car driver, dude.
Yeah.
Elite, professional, sponsored race car driver.
Yeah.
Bro. Lives here in Phoenix, man.
That'd be super dope to have
him
on
and
the
Snoop
pod.
just completing side quests.
Yeah, for real.
I think out of all people that would be a possibility that I would love to have on the show, I think Frankie would be definitely one.
Well, hold on, Drew. I don't think Jared even knows this, but Hans did mention that there was someone in the seat just hours before you were in the seat.
Oh, yeah. Grayson Allen.
Talk about 70 M's
in the same chair.
Seat.
Yeah. And this within a couple hours, too.
Hans was like, oh, yeah, you guys, Miss Grayson by a couple hours.
Yeah, a little salt and pepper phase.
Yeah.
That's a little salt and pepper phase.
Well, we got 70 M's last year.
You got to pay the agent, Uncle Sam.
Yeah. 70 is definitely not 70.
Well, it's 70 over, I think, 5 years. So, you can do the math on that for those mathologists.
But the thing is, it all scales. So it's just like,
right.
The guy that gets paid $230 is making more than the guy that gets paid $100. You know that.
For real.
Yeah.
Percentages, they all work the same.
Right. And that's just his salary for doing his job. That's not including all the other things that he possibly makes money from.
Yep.
Which I don't know what type of endorsement deals that he's possibly doing,
Just
but I'm sure
trapping,
it's
dude.
got to be good.
I'm sure he's in a
trapping, dude.
T-Mobile commercial somewhere, dude.
Yeah.
Maybe AT&T. Who
Right.
knows?
It's in the works or something.
But Drew, it's good to have you here, man. This has been long overdue.
Yeah.
We talked about, and we're putting this on record now that Jared's here. I think it's mandatory once a year you are out in
Minimum.
Arizona. Doesn't matter what time of the year. But yeah, anything less than that, I think is
It's unacceptable.
We gotta get you out on the links, dude. We gotta go like golf in the morning and then like sounds gay. Boy spa day.
No, dude, listen.
Dude,
I told
health
Drew,
club,
I would
a nice
love
health
that.
club,
Yeah, I would
dude.
love
I told
that.
Drew, I
Take
was
a
like,
steam,
he
dude.
can,
The
no
spritz.
matter if he comes here for 2 days or a week, I said every time that he comes, he can get a complete new experience
treat
because
yourself,
there's so
dude.
much to do here.
Right.
If you want to live every day in a resort, it is possible to basically do that.
yeah,
Yeah.
a new
You could do
resort
that
you
at
could
one
touch.
apartment complex if you wanted to, let
Yeah.
alone
Right.
15-minute drives.
Right. I think if I limit it to about, let's say the next time I come 5 to 7 days, but let's say we dedicate, let's say 4 days to podcast work, right? That's like things we definitely have planned. We're like, okay, cool, make the most out of those days. Even if we do the next 3 days where it's all leisure or we'll do it in between, there's so many different things we can capture. Like I felt like I made 2 days worth of events just today and we hardly really did anything. So I was like, okay, cool. I can definitely maximize a lot of time here.
Hell yeah.
And I feel like too, having a reason to come back here, obviously to come kick it with you guys, do episodes for all of us together. But then also too, I really want to tap into like the music scene.
You
Like,
are already tapped into.
right.
That's what's
Dude,
crazy. You're
we got a
tapped
big
in.
appointment tomorrow morning.
Yeah,
we
right.
forget
We'll
it tea
yes.
time.
We're gonna talk
stew
about
time
that.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
But Drew, like, I mean, literally, you're doing business in a completely different state.
Right.
Literally,
State,
I
coast to
mean,
coast,
come on,
dude.
man.
Yeah. I
That's
mean,
big time.
I mean, thank the podcast for that. Like being able to reach out to different artists, get a chance to like kind of talk with them, and then people that reach out to me to want to do something. It's cool because then it allows me to realize like, oh, there's more that we can offer than just simply doing interviews or simply doing the podcast and building our brand.
Yeah.
And it allows us to utilize our skills in many different ways. So like me being more into the creative aspect, like you guys really do well in like logistics and setting things up and like holding accountability
The
on
logisticals are
right
important.
on deadlines and stuff like that. So I feel like a
We
lot
like
of
to
people
sit
just
in the logisticum, dude.
right. I feel like a lot of artists would love to have that at their disposal without feeling like they're getting gouged of a percentage or like every hour that they're doing, they're only getting this much of it. But just a simple set of like, hey, here's your deadline. These are your dailies that you got to do for the day. Talk to this person at the end of every week, and then boom, your
Yeah.
project is done. Like I would say even how we do things when we put out episodes, Dom's like the head person to all those deadlines have to be done. Like if something doesn't go out the way it was supposed to, it's gonna have a conversation about it. And then
He's already Lewis,
Right.
dude. He keeps the defense.
right.
He keeps the defense.
God, dude.
He
Right.
sees the keys. He knows.
I like to think of my role. We talked about this, but I like to take the Phil Jackson approach, right? I feel like it's not to say that I'm the head coach in any sense, but I feel like I understand my team's strengths. I understand when we may need some help at times, and
Right.
it's a collective thing, man. I mean, there's no way this pod would be anything as corny as it's going to sound without each of us. It
Right.
just works. It flows. And for those who've been listening and watching, you get it. For those who have continued to connect with us, the Neeks, the Pretties, the Delis, those who know you are, I mean, there's nothing disingenuous about what we do, and I feel like that's helped us network the way. I mean, dude, you guys are literally going to a studio session tomorrow. We just sat in on a listening session. Like these are
Yeah,
things we
shout out,
talked
right. That was
about
fire.
in the beginning. Remember, we were like, "Yo, it'd be dope to be a part of this," and now we're
Right.
getting direct invites on this stuff.
Right. It's crazy to think about our first guest in AZ was episode 2, and it just like really caught on from there. and we just kept growing the amount of listenership. I think we started finding different circles that to know who the who's who. And then also too, it allowed us to build direct relationships with those specific people.
Yeah.
And it was always, I think I've, and I say this just, humbly, I feel like where I like how we've approached things, it's more like we're not looking to get something out of somebody.
No.
Or we're not looking
It's
to
genuine.
Other than
insert
like
our
a
platform
good
into a
conversation and
place.
connection, like, there's
Right.
that. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like we hope for that in any interaction in life, though, too. So, yeah, it's
Facts.
Right.
very genuine.
Right. And we respect the people that are putting on for this space and that are doing their own thing. Even if it's something that is not entirely in our like stratosphere of the things that we do, but we respect that there is a need for those things. And obviously, if people are watching, we respect that. And we're like,
Yeah.
okay, we see what they're doing. Okay, how can we do better so that way if people look at us as fulfilling a space, we're making sure that we're doing our justice to do our part.
Yeah.
I
got a question for the boys.
I'm
Jared's
ready.
breathing heavy on that mic today, dude. I hear him.
I'm sorry.
Huffing and puffing. It's all right.
Sit, start, Jamar Chase, or no, I'm just kidding.
yeah, I love that, dude. That's another segment we've been talking about doing. All right, boys, and it doesn't have to be long-winded, but I think each of us would be dope if, and not to say that we have favorites, but if there was any moments that you guys had since we've been doing this or any particular guests, can you guys call out anything specific throughout the time we've been doing this that really stands out to you, or one that's kind of memorable, maybe funny, whatever. I don't know, something that comes to mind. Jared,
Dude,
what you got?
I gotta say, all the Odd Squad interviews, those were all good times, dude. Some of our best conversations, dude, and just genuine laughs, dude. Circle K glizzies.
Yeah,
Circle
We're
K
in their
glizzies,
music
yeah.
video. Still such an honor. Like that's kind of the stuff you're talking about, dude. It's like we got invited to the Odd Squad music video.
First one ever.
Neek's thing. We're gonna go see Pretty tomorrow, dude. And it's just like
crazy.
It's not bad, dude. Life is good.
Life is good.
Life is good.
No, I second that,
and
man.
we appreciate it. Not taking that for granted.
And those guys are legends, dude. I mean, to say the
Yeah.
least, Arizona legends, worldwide, global legends on YouTube.
Yeah, dude. Not to say we have faves, but
Yeah, that was a good one. I would say shout out to Odd Squad. They were great. Speaking of Pretty, in terms of how that episode came together, I think, not to say that we were surprised by how it turned out, but we had a lot of fun on that episode. And we've had fun on other episodes,
Right.
but something about Pretty's vibe. And we laughed, we got serious. He told us stories, and it was just a good mix of like the boys too, and that,
what's going?
He riffed really well.
yeah.
Like just the certain things that would kind of like create a little off topic or like one little one liner that would cause like a little micro conversation. He fed into it really well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like when we talk about country artists and shit like that, was it George Strait?
Yeah. He's like, yo, his wordplay goes hard.
His wordplay was crazy.
Yeah, his wordplay
he was
crazy.
on that.
We were dying. Dude.
Yeah, I would say Pretty's definitely up there for me. Honestly, I really liked Clive's episode.
Oh, shout
That was a
out
good
Clive
one.
Yeah,
Byfield, dude.
It's to me.
He's gonna round out our season again, just so
That
for
was
those
nice.
who
Yeah.
watching.
Yeah, I mean, I love speaking with all the
Guys,
artists.
history knowledge is crazy.
Right, but just to me the cool rabbit holes to be able to go like down into, and he's very knowledgeable of a lot of things. Like that, just like it's like really living like a Discovery Channel episode, and you're doing it
Yeah.
on your own
Yeah,
platform.
it's a good way to
Ancient
put it.
mysteries.
Right.
dude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Unsolved mysteries.
Arizona unsolved ancient mysteries.
Oh my god, dude! You guys remember when we interviewed Project Pat's forehead? That was sick.
I
dude.
do the
Yeah.
beanie
Yeah,
We
dude.
interviewed
the
Yeah,
beanie.
interviewing Project
and
Pat's
his goatee.
forehead
His
was-
goatee at times.
his forehead, yeah, and talking to his dog. That was.
He was like throwing a ball, wasn't he? At one point,
Yeah,
he like with the toe, he like heard the ball.
yeah, and then she had the dog had a toy, and he was like trying to like play it with
Yeah.
on the
I'm gonna say
episode.
this, dude. I'm gonna go on record, dude. I would rather light that money on fire than interview. That was. That
Look,
one stuck with me, dude.
I think, look, and I get where you're coming from. I think, we take it for what it is. It was our first big, I guess, celebrity, big star.
Was, dude.
So we learned our lesson with that. I think we did get great content out of it. There was a moments we had him, like the Oscar one. I think we had him
Right.
there. Jared had him laughing, I think, a few times. Drew, you asked some good questions. But yeah, if we could run that one back. But no, yeah, I feel where Jared's coming from. What was another fucking awesome one was
Slim Dizzle.
Slim Dizzle,
Dizzle.
dude.
Slim Dizzle.
Talk
was
about
fun.
a guy, and all it took for those who watched the episode, all Jared had to do was make the comment. He goes, "So what is it about girls going to Miami and their dudes like?"
Why is that a nightmare for men? He's like, because they got me out here,
Dude, it was
that's
it was
great,
like I
dude.
saw like Slim Diesel pause for a quick second because we were kind of
Right.
not to say we were serious, but we did the intro.
Right.
We had a professional, and then Jared hit him with that, and I think he was like, "Oh shit, these guys like bull." They
Right.
Down to clown, dude.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
I think what
That's
it went
awesome.
to. I think what it goes to show is, you can't treat every like what you would call high profile guest that you're booking. You can't treat them the same at all, because we had our expectations of what we wanted for Project Pat.
Yep.
It went the way that it did, but then you have somebody like Slim Diesel who was a little more excited to get on the podcast because we had developed a little bit of a relationship beforehand.
I mean, we literally hung out with them at the Ace Hood concert, to
Right.
say the least.
And then when we actually did the episode, I think like 5 minutes in, I realized, okay, we don't have to keep this like super professional
Yeah.
demeanor. We can kind of loosen back a little bit, and it worked really well. So
yeah.
I think what I learned is being able to maneuver in the different types of personalities. I would say more specifically, I think it's going to allow us to figure out the right people that we want to get on the show.
Yeah.
Because that's
Yep,
another
yep.
thing. It's super cool to have all these really cool high list of names in your repertoire of your catalog. But if there's no connection, or if they're just doing it because they're obligated by contract, by money, or whatever it is, it doesn't come off as like a great conversation. It just seems like, hey, we're asking questions and then we're getting you out of here.
Well, and I think that's why we're being more intentional. We haven't like this season. We haven't been pumping out as many episodes as we started out doing, and I think that's
Right.
because we're getting more specific. We have a beautiful new studio, and look, like at this point, those guests have been on. There's been a reason for it, but now we're
Right.
we're being a little bit more particular, right? We're taking our time with
Right.
in being more having more intent. But it's come along great, and boys, I mean, again, I say this all the time, but you would asked us when we first started if we'd be where we're at. I don't know if I'd say we'd be where we're at.
Definitely not, dude.
Like the fact to say we're like this close to reaching 100 episodes,
It's coming.
it's within 6 months away,
Yeah,
I would
Yeah.
say. So I would say halfway through next year, we'll be at episode 100.
man, love it.
That's, yeah.
You guys,
Let's get silly, dude.
you want to get silly?
trying
a
to get
bit?
silly,
Yeah.
All right,
dude.
let's get silly. dude.
I like that one.
That
Trying
was
to get
cool.
silly. It was good.
All right. So, we've talked about doing lists, and there's been some episodes where we've done it. I know
Right.
earlier on, like Jared, you recorded me just doing some lists. Remember early on the pod, that was some like content we were doing. So we come up with this random shit, man. But Jared actually thought of this one, which I thought was clever. And then after I started to do my research, I was like, there are a lot of unanswered questions in hip hop. So
Right.
Jared was like, yo, what if we did like the top unanswered questions? Jared, what you got, Mr. Breathe Heavy over there? What we got? in the ones and
Dude,
twos?
telling me it should breathe right. Get at us, apparently, dude. Got me in my head now.
I could start it.
No, I got one.
Okay.
I feel like it's gonna be.
Fire.
You got 13 though, so I don't feel bad, dude. This one is courtesy of you, and ever since you put me on this song, I've thought about it. And when you think about it, he consults 20 plus women throughout the course of this song.
Okay.
And throughout that entire exercise, DMX is still not
yeah.
able to surmise what these bitches want from Playa.
Yeah, dude.
And
Dude, I didn't
I
even
think
have
about it
that
all
on
the
my
time,
list.
I mean, it's
How'd I
one of
fit-
the most timeless questions, just rephrased so
Right.
eloquently to me. It's just like, oh, I don't know what this chick wants. And he's just like, what do these bitches want from moi?
Moi.
Do you remember the names? Can you do the names?
It was Brenda, Letitia, Chandra, Elisa. Is it like Elisa? Anna, Letitia. At least 3 Kims.
It was about 3 Kims.
It was
Yeah.
about
3
Kims. About
Kims.
damn, so that's
Angel,
there was a Dawn. There was a
Juanita.
Dawn.
So
in
3
there.
Dawn,
Kims is just
LaShawn,
an estimate.
Inez, and Aaliyah.
Alicia.
what do you
Monica.
think his variance is on the Kims? Do you think it's like plus or minus 1? Or are we talking
No,
Because he
3
said
to
maybe.
6.
Because he said
Yeah.
about. Oh, he said
About
about
3
3
Kims.
Kims. So it
You
could
think
have been
that's
4
4 to 5,
Kims.
dude.
I would
wanna
go.
know
I
what
would
the-
take the plus
I
money.
want to
I
know
would
what
take
the
the over.
spread
I would
is
take
on
the over.
Kim's. I would take
the over.
I would take him over 2.5 Kims. Or
For sure. He's
Well,
clearing-
additional onto the.
Yeah, 2.5 Kims easy.
Yeah.
I would put all the Kims, however you could spell Kim differently. So Kim,
KYM.
KYM, KIMMIE. No,
Just
just
a
don't
bunch
forget
of
about Kimmy.
KIMs, dude.
You know,
Yeah, 2M.
Assembly line. dude.
Yeah.
Just assembly line. All the same.
I don't know how I missed that one, but that is. What about who is Mike Jones?
Oh man.
What about who is
Mike
Jones, dude?
It's funny. We went to somebody in high school named Mike Jones.
Mike
so
Jones,
they
and
could-
might be a special guest coming at the beginning of the season. maybe
Damn.
we'll see. We'll see what's up. But yeah, remember who was Mike Jones, Mr. 281.
I think he's an innovator,
8004.
I would say
yeah.
so.
pioneer,
He owned
city hero.
like 03 to like 05. Would you say Mike Jones?
Hey, listen, I'm not trying to throw shade, but I think it was a year. I think it was because
It was like
back
it
then.
was
Well,
like
3 to
04.
05 would have been like a
then-
year and a half, maybe.
Yeah,
maybe,
okay, I
'cause
see that.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Because
yeah,
Still
that-
Tippin'
but
was
still-
out for like a whole
but the
year
thing
before
is-
popping.
03 to 05 to this day, we're still playing Mike Jones.
True. That's yeah.
Who is he
I agree
though?
with that. Who is
A
Mike
thespian
Jones?
potentially.
I would say so. What about why you always hating, dude? Drake and
Please
YG.
tell me.
Please tell me why you're always hating.
Why you're
One of the
always
great
hating, yeah.
questions in hip hop.
Right.
Why are there always
Wow.
haters?
Well, according to one of our guests, he said all the haters are low key secret fans.
Ooh. Yeah, we did. have
So-
someone say that.
That's really what it is. So it's like, why are you truly a fan? Like, why are you so obsessed with me?
Please,
Why
please.
you
Tell
always
me
I didn't
why
wanna
you're
because
quote
always
he's
Mariah
always-
Carey,
It's because
but-
he's always doing something,
Why you always
and when they see him doing something, they don't like it, dude.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Drew, what's an unanswered question in hip hop? Do you know?
Who is bigger, Fat Joe or Big Pun?
Ooh.
Pun.
So what's crazy?
Big Pun was huge.
I have a Fat
Big-
Joe and Ashanti song, but
Big Pun was enormous, dude.
so I'll say this: if Big Pun was still around, I don't think Fat Joe would be as big as Fat Joe is now.
You think he got bigger to fill the void, dude? The big void.
I mean,
Are we talking about weight? Or are we talking about
like I'm talking about in status and stature, right? I think.
Well, what's
Oh,
interesting?
I
What's
thought we were
interesting?
talking about-
Fat
I'm not
Joe,
talking about actual weight.
Oh wait,
Well,
I thought you were talking about.
I was talking about literal
size.
weight.
Yeah,
I was
thought you
talking about
were
literal-
saying-
literal-
I was
literal
like,
weight.
Big Pun, dude. Big
Yeah,
Pun
I
was
was-
Oh no,
enormous,
yeah,
dude.
Big Pun was way
I was
bigger.
talking about literal weight.
No disrespect, he looked like when you blow up
Dude.
a doctor's office. I mean, he was just.
Dude, there's
he
this.
was-
There's a Tommy talking about this hilarious Method Man interview where they're talking about Big Pun. He's like, "Yeah, I didn't know the dude was like 400 pounds and shit."
Yeah, dude, I mean-
I remember that. Well, actually, but just on a
That's
on
huge
a,
fun, dude.
on a success level, Fat Joe was the one who like created Big Pun.
Yeah,
created Big Pun's
he
identity.
had music before, right? I
Right.
think he kind of
He had like demos and shit like that, but it was Big
Lean
Pun
back
that
slaps.
it was Fat Joe that really like helped put his persona together to help, be the artist that he is.
Dude,
And
every
you
time I
gotta
think
give
of-
credit where
every
credit's
time I think
due.
of Big Pun, and it's so hard.
Yeah, I was gonna say that
Niggas
song was
wanna
always your
hug
shit.
My wife, and you wanna take my life. Dude, that
Dude,
song's
all I think
hard.
about it. Little did we know we riddled some middlemen who didn't do diddly.
Yeah.
Oh,
dude.
yeah.
Little did we know
Yeah.
in the middle of
Twins, right?
Italy.
That's
Yeah,
twins?
that was the twins. That was the
the
twins cover. That was the
Twins
deep
It'll
cover.
be
Yeah.
a cold day in hell.
Hell yeah, dude. They
So,
come out hard. as
I
fuck.
got an unanswered question.
Okay.
Did anybody ever go on a date and ask those 21 questions that 50 Cent did in a music video? Was that
Well, there
proven?
were never any answers to the questions, right? He
Right.
asked them, but
We don't even.
But were
there was
those
more-
questions ever
There was more than
asked?
21 questions.
Like, did somebody
too.
actually go on a date
that's right.
with the lyrics and say, "I'm gonna go through these questions in order and see how this date goes"? Like, was it ever put into proven science?
I don't know, man.
I bet some corny ass dude did that. I bet
Yeah, someone might have.
someone's like, "Oh, I heard you like 50 Cent."
I love you
Did
like a
50
fat
Cent
kid.
really need a little bit, or did he need a lot of bit?
Yeah,
I
all
can
it
never
doesn't
have a
need
little
is
bit.
I think
I
that's
need all of
just.
it.
I think that's just the salesman in him, dude. I think he just. I think that he's just getting the foot in the door.
Yeah.
What
Hashtag
about?
Branson Cognac.
I got one. What about? Remember this? Hey, why you wanna go and do that, lil' huh? Hey, why you wanna go and do that? Do that. Some Ti. He was asking questions early.
That's a good one.
Why you want to do that?
Dude,
Go ahead.
hip hop? Maybe not. This might be offensive to call this hip hop, but just in music in general, dude. Did anyone ever ascertain who, in fact, let the dogs out?
I don't think that's a question that's ever been answered.
I don't think we
DMX.
know. You think DMX let the
DMX
dogs out?
definitely
Mike
let the
Vick
dogs
let
out.
the dogs out.
Well, actually, I don't think DMX let the dogs out. He stole all the dogs.
Well, he would have nurtured him if he stole him. He would have took care of him.
You're right.
He's a dog guy.
Damn,
Big dog guy.
some more, dude.
Mike Tyson took all the pigeons.
We just saw a concert. How high, so high that I could touch the sky. How sick, so sick that you could suck my.
It was Method Man, Redman.
Yeah,
right?
dude.
What a concert. How was that,
Jared? You know Jared's perspective on it.
Yeah, how was that concert?
Oh, dude, it was sick. And we had Merkham's, Big Doobie opening up, Kyrie.
What'd you say about the choreography, dude? That was the best.
Oh, dude, it was just the ultimate, like, it was just straight man's choreography, which I appreciated, dude. Like, it wasn't a lot, like, it wasn't boy band. And then they had these towels, which added a little flair, but they were like, you know, just like LA Fitness,
waving them at the same time.
EOS Fitness, like gym towel that you would have, and they just wave them like perfectly in unison, dude. It was crazy, dude. It was just like seeing like two guys that are just like locked in at a club that have like a little routine and
yeah, dude, that's a good.
They got the glow routine.
Yeah, they just got it.
They're just like so. It was almost from what I remember identical to the first time I saw them, but to Jared nailed it. Like the way they move in unison and they get the crowd engaged. It's an experience to see those guys.
You know they're locked in. Like they know where the other one's at on the stage without even looking.
Right. Do you think they're doing like a sound check and like choreographing those things, or is it just
they've been in hip hop for 30-some years, dude. Right. So I mean,
I bet for the tour they might like, hey, here's what I'm thinking for this one. But I feel like I bet you on the road they're just like, no, I'll see you at 6, dude.
Right. Yeah. I'm sure there's definitely moments.
I'll be in my room. I'll see you 6:30.
Go smoke a blunt for.
No, I'm not eating dinner. I'm eating dinner in my room. Thanks, dude. That's that road life, dude. When you're on the road, I don't care how much you love people. You're just like, dude, no, shut up. I want to go into my hotel room. Company's paying for it. I'm ordering DoorDash to my room and watching Sopranos.
That's a good night right there.
It's the best night, dude. It's some of the best nights, dude.
Right.
And the loneliest.
You know what? I have to add this because, you know, there's always talk about who's for the culture and who's not, right? We've run into a couple of those situations.
Yep.
Who else do you know? And this is not competing with anybody, right? This is just more so what you contribute to hip hop, right?
Yeah.
Both of you.
Yep.
How many shows have you guys gone together? Like not just hip hop shows, but just
shows,
music, just shows in general.
At least 10.
Dom's count's a lot higher than mine, dude.
At least 10 together, though. At least 10.
We're just with you guys together.
Probably, yeah. I throw 10 out there.
10. And how many of them were hip hop shows?
All but Creed, maybe.
Oh, you're saying concerts? Oh, jeez, dude.
Shows.
Yeah, concert. 10 plus.
Yeah, I was gonna say
predominantly hip hop.
Yeah,
right.
We did see Creed though, and 3 Doors Down.
Dude, that was crazy, dude. Was crazy. A little worship session.
Yeah, that would be dope though. So going to shows. Not only that, going to events, local events,
both
right?
Matty Ice events,
right? So going to local events, going to local shows that you've been invited to, listening sessions.
No, we were going to shows when they were in tattoo shops. You remember that,
dude? Shout out! Is it LJ's tattoo?
Yeah, that's right.
LJ's tattoo shop. That was
sick. I remember.
And even going as far as like certain people that had really dope merch or certain things that like was worth buying, right? You bought into. Buying albums, buying iTunes things. I still do that, you know, for people that I fuck with. Who else do you know is doing that to say that like, oh, we're putting into the culture, right? But are you actually investing in the people that you are fans of?
Yeah.
Are you buying tickets? I know for sure, like I don't go as many shows as I would like to hope that I do.
Yeah.
You know, but my thing is I do a lot of work in the studio. So it's like, that's like one half of the win. And then there's a couple people that I do shows with. I'm on stage with them, like providing sound and stuff like that. So that's like half of like, okay, I think that's where I kind of fall. Like, I'm cool with that. But for you guys, like every week you guys are going to a show. I would say 2 weeks you guys are going to some event.
It's not that often, but it's a lot though. We
honestly,
show up and look, and to your point, Drew, like that's why when Jared mentioned like, yeah, go ahead. That's why when Jared mentioned like seeing the Merkhamses, the Big Doobies, and the Kyries before Method Man and Redman, it was almost like a surreal moment because we were like, yo, those guys have been on our couches, like they've been in our studios, they've been in our houses, and to see them rocking out and doing their thing and getting love. Like Merkham's, bro, like Big Doobie and Kyrie got love, but like Merkham's fucking owned the crowd and we were really impressed with his performance, you know. But yeah, man, look, I mean, at the end of the day, you know, we really fuck with people who come on our platform, and you know, if you got the talent and you're doing a dope show, why wouldn't we pop out, show our love? You know what I'm saying? It's the
schedule permitting.
It's the least we could do. You know? Yeah. Again, we all got lives, but
I got a couple more hip hop questions I thought of, dude.
Hit him, bro. Hit him.
2 Chainz asked this one, dude. He said, "I've been getting money.
Where the fuck you been?
Where the fuck have you been, dude?" Does anyone know? Because I'm trying to think where I was while 2 Chainz was getting money, and probably just fucking around, to be honest, dude.
That's a good point.
I was trying to enjoy my weekend. Fortunately.
Another one.
I was spending money, he was making money. Like
exactly. What's love?
I had that. Fat Joe Ashanti.
Yeah.
What's love got
and then
to do?
You could add what it's got to do with it, dude.
Yeah.
Do we know what it is?
I don't know. She was, you know, she might have had some concussions at that time too, the way things were going, dude. I'm just saying. It's hard to say. It's hard to say. What about why? Jadakiss.
Well, that's dude, a slept on record.
Dude, slept on record. He's got so many, but one of the ones that stood out to me is like, why be on the curb with a why lie? I need a beer sign. Yeah. That one always stood out to me, dude. But the other one too is, why did Denzel have to be crooked before he took it? Which I agree with, because Denzel finally won the Oscar for Training Day, which he was a bad guy.
Right.
So they're saying it was like, man, he did all these great roles before.
Right.
Why do you have to be crooked before he took it?
Like villains, dude.
Why'd the Terminator have to win the election? Come on, man, pay attention.
Yeah, that's right. Yo, Jadakiss, that was like a monumental song when it came out. Some say Jadakiss is top 5.
Shout out Arnold Schwarzenegger, dude.
I would say for like somewhat political like hood anthems, that like My President's Black. Those are like really
My
dope.
President's Black and Young Jeezy.
Those are pretty dope records. Those are pretty dope records. And those, I feel like those were like,
you could say all the Diplomat songs are political for really trying to go there.
I like the one Diplomats did with Kanye West.
Yeah.
I can't live my I can't. And then Kanye had a really dope verse. Like
Kanye produced a lot of their like banger records.
He goes, I have a girl that want to go back to Michigan.
Yeah.
And he's like, can't fuck with now because she a Christian. Like, just certain things like that. And then, they had the Jam Master Jay little tribute of him going up the elevator in the music video. That's how I remember that song.
That's right.
Yeah, like, yeah. I would say that's a. I feel like why was it? That's a good one.
It's a great one.
That's a good one.
What else you got, Jared? What other unanswereds?
I don't know. Was Eminem Patiently Waiting?
That's a great song. I've been patiently waiting for a track to explode on me. Well, that's 50 Cent, Eminem. Who else?
That was just them two.
It's just them two. Yeah, they killed that track. That's a workout track, bro. When that comes on, I'm maxing out bench press that day, dude. I'm going ham on the squat rack.
Right.
What about? I'm gonna throw a curveball to you guys, and off the top of the dome, see if you guys can come up with shit. But the best rap duos of all time, the best twosomes.
Like actual rap group with a name?
Method Man and Redman. Ghostface and Raekwon. Fat Joe and Big Pun.
Yeah, that was a good one.
UGK.
I would say UGK is probably my number one.
What was some other rap duos?
Dude, Macklemore, Ryan Lewis.
Yeah.
Just kidding. I'm just playing with you, Drew.
No, Drew, hit it, Drew. Come on, Drew, get it.
Hey, I fucked with Macklemore and Ryan Lewis.
What's Macklemore doing nowadays? What's he up to?
Mike
saying "Fuck
Jay-Z.
America" on.
He's what?
He's saying "Fuck America" in concerts. Like
he's saying that out
loud. Yeah. I don't know why. He
Whoa,
would say that.
Nice, dude. Well,
that's
thanks,
not.
That's
not nice,
tax, brother.
Yeah, it's like That's
that
not
shit,
nice.
Dude.
That's
like
crazy.
that wasn't nice. And then I think because of that, he got one of the shows he was supposed to perform at got canceled. And I was like,
yeah,
all right.
That's great.
I would say The Throne.
Yes.
Watch The Throne.
I
was
like that.
Very
I like
legendary.
that duo.
Dolphin Keylock.
Dolphin Key's great, dude. Those some bangers. Rest in peace.
One of my favorite duos, I would say top 2. So UGK is my number 1.
Yep.
Number 2 is Kid Cudi and King Chip the Ripper.
So let me ask you this, because Drew, you've mentioned this before in a pod, in a few pods maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know if I personally just know this duo. So what in your words is like what do they got? Like what's the duo got?
So they have Just What I Am that was on Indicud. If I'm not mistaken, Chip the Ripper was on Kid Cudi's second album. So they
and he
pretty
went on
much
tour with him.
Yeah.
When I saw Kid Cudi,
Yeah,
it was Chip the
they've
Ripper.
been
Oh really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
they've been
okay.
making music and like just
The Chicago
like-
guy, I'm guessing, or
no,
he's
from
Cleveland.
He's from Cleveland.
Oh,
they're both from Cleveland. They're both that's where they like kind of met and like started making music together. So I would say Just What I Am was a good one. Chillin' While We Sippin', that is a YouTube only track. And then they just dropped a song called Don't Worry that's on the Moon Man.
Damn, Drew
soundtrack.
deep in the fucking Kid
Yeah,
Cudi
like
shit
so
back,
so
dude.
their
Crazy.
group name
That's
that
might
they
go at a YouTube.
Yeah,
rant
so
tonight.
the group name that they gave each other is called Almighty Glorious. So they like named it in a song, but then they kind of used it loosely as like a group name.
It's hard.
And then so they just dropped a song called I think it's called Don't Worry. That's on the Moon Man soundtrack. And that right now that's
Be
like
happy.
that's my deep cut right now that I'm playing right now.
Okay,
Like on
all right.
nonstop.
Like
yeah.
it. Okay.
Jared, what are any duos come to mind for you?
Drake and Future.
Ooh, I like that. Man,
It's hard to get
Will
rest
we-
in-
will we
rest
ever
in
get
peace
a-
to that
Dre.
relationship?
will we ever get a What a Time to Be Alive Part 2?
I don't think so.
I don't
dude.
think so.
Dude, what if it's like some like when we're like the way like popular bands are now, where it's just like we'll be like 55 and we'll be like, "Yo, dude, you see fucking Drake and Future doing the What a Time to Be Alive 2 tour at Talking Stick Arena or Talking Stick Resort?"
We like
We're
show
like, "Oh
it.
hell yeah, dude!"
I got so Gangstar could be up there. What about Clips, man? Twin brothers.
Mm.
That's slept on.
Clips.
Ray
hard.
Shrem.
Clips, yeah.
Ray Shrem. They had their time.
There's
Mobb
Clips,
Deep,
yeah, Mobb
obviously,
Deep,
right?
yeah.
I mean that to me personally probably goes on my best duo of all time because those guys were 19 when they started, and to
Unreal.
spit that music at 19.
I think that's like
Shook Ones at 19 years old, like they were talking.
T-Pain was only 23 when he rhymed Mansion with Wisconsin, dude. Come on.
ooh, Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne and T-Pain. The
T-Wayne?
when they did T-Wayne.
T-Wayne, ooh, Lil Wayne and Drake.
I mean, I don't want to hear a single word Birdman has to rap, but Birdman on
Big-
an
big
intro
time.
with a Lil Wayne song,
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
that
That
goes
goes
crazy.
Hey, but you gotta admit,
Either you in the huddle or you out the huddle. Either you riding with us or we riding by screaming "fuck you" or something like that.
Yeah,
dude.
so
That's funny.
crazy.
I feel like Birdman did contribute though with big timers like Manny Fresh.
There's
like,
some other things he
thankfully.
might have contributed behind the scenes.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, unfortunately.
To that Bucci, dude. He made a few deposits to
Listen,
the
we don't want
Bucci-
him pulling
to the
up.
Bucci
Listen, I
bank.
don't want
Hey,
Birdman
listen,
pulling
dude.
up around
Drake,
that.
Drake and
This
Rick
is
Ross
Arizona, brother.
was a time.
I'm ready, dude.
If you were around for the Drake and Rick Ross features, like the,
Oh man,
the
well,
run that
a lot
they
of people
would
said
have,
they should have did an album together.
that's
Yeah,
they were
Drake and
supposed to.
Rose.
Yeah, they were always supposed to.
I
Drake
mean,
and Rose?
Drake and Rose had
No,
some.
fuck Rose, dude. He turned on Drake. Dude, 50 Cent made a great point, dude. He said, "What rich guy's mowing his own lawn, dude?"
I saw
That's
what he
crazy
said. I
point.
saw what he
We're
said.
all like
that.
cheering him on. He's like, "Oh, I wanted a tractor, so I partnered with John Deere," and it was like, dude, what the fuck? And
Yeah, that's
dude,
hilarious.
and honestly, have you seen that clip of him? He's like, we got chickens.
Yeah, he's got animals.
And he's like chickens everywhere. He's like quack 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 quack. And it's
Yeah.
what and it's
I saw
what's his face? Shit, who's the funny guy? The funny rapper. I mean, shit, I shouldn't call him the
Lil
funny
Duval?
rapper. No.
funny rapper.
Dude, damn it, you'll know what I'm talking about. I said it. He's the one that talked about Ray J being. He's like, Ray J's one of the
Vince
realest because Vince
Staples.
Staples.
Vince
Yeah, Vince
Staples, okay.
Staples, dude.
Vince
He's like
Staples is
interviewing Vince
awesome, dude.
Staples, and Vince Staples is interviewing Rick Ross, and he's like, we got horses,
I saw.
cows. He's like chickens everywhere. He's like, they're running around, buck 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 buck. Or no, he was like quack 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 quack, and Vince Staples like, what?
All right, I'm gonna throw another
Fuck
one.
Rick Ross.
I'm gonna throw another one out. Let's see how off the top Jared can do. Sometimes Jared can riff dope. All right, what about top guilty pleasures you wouldn't blast with the boys, dude? What are some songs that like, if you're driving by yourself and they come on, like, you know, you're cool, like you're gonna probably sing it out loud if you're in a good mood. But if the homies are in the whip, you're probably hitting skip really quick before they see like the name of the track.
Oh, I got a few.
Go for it.
Be My Lover by LaBouche.
You wanna be my lover, gonna be. I would blast that with the homies. That might go
okay, so we got one.
Oh yeah.
All right, so I'll be honest, boys. I'm gonna be secretly grading this because what this is a test of is how many of these songs would be in what we might call Pride Radio playlist.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna level with you.
Fair.
Be My Lover, but
yes,
1,000.
It would be on there.
Then we got to put
some muscle tees have been stripped off to that, and some baby oil has been applied to it. Wanna be my lover.
What's the?
But I do love that.
What's
song.
the one
That's
we heard at
guilty.
sushi today? The Night at the Roxbury.
It was
what is the Night at the Roxbury?
What is love?
Yes,
baby, don't hurt.
But it was like a remix
on Pride Radio. That's Pride Radio.
That's Pride Radio. That's a great song.
It's a great song, Pride Radio.
Drew, I'm sorry to say this. We didn't record the episode to get aired, but Cher's track.
Share Believe.
Yeah.
Share Believe. So that's number
great.
3.
So
and then you gotta definitely put in like Lady Gaga's like either Applaud.
No. But hold on. We're not making a Pride Radio playlist.
Okay.
These are guilty pleasures that we listen to. Are you admitting to listening to Lady Gaga? Because
no, I'm not.
So I'll give you.
So
I'll give you a story on Applause. I'll give you a story on Applause. Why that?
No. I'm not receptive to any Lady Gaga arguments. Unless it's the what's the poker face poker.
Even that one's.
Oh.
That was a good. That was a good.
Right. So the song Applause. The reason why I would put that is because the first time I heard that song, I was sitting next to the producer who made it, and I didn't even know that.
Okay.
And then I met Lady Gaga that same day.
Oh,
that's
I
hard.
delivered her a coffee.
That's hard. Okay.
So
right.
like
Approved.
that. Yeah. So I was sitting right next to the producer is DJ White Shadow. And so the video just dropped on YouTube. So he's sitting there in the lobby. Mind you, I went and got her coffee, filled up her writer that morning of all the different things that they have like on a list. And so I'm sitting there, kind of waiting to like get my orders of, hey, go get food, go get this, go get this. So I'm sitting next to the producer and I see the music video drop and I kind of like did this and he saw me do that and he's like, oh, do you want to watch it with me? And I was like, yeah, sure. So I watching it and it was a brand new song, just dropped. Nobody had ever heard it. I was like, and I said this like out loud too. So I'm like, didn't even think about it, nothing. I was like, I said, I like some of her songs. I go, but I really like this one. I go, this is like super musical. And like, that's all I said. He goes, oh, he's like, I appreciate that. And I said, I go, do you know who made the beat? And he was like, oh, I did. I just kind of just sat there for a second. And he was like, yeah, he goes, he's like, I appreciate your honest feedback. He goes, yeah, he's like, we literally finished this like a couple of weeks ago and we sent it out or whatever. So I ended up meeting her later that day when I gave her a coffee, looked completely different. And if you go way back on her Instagram, one of the picture that she was there that day, the outfit, the whole look that she had was there. So like,
nice.
that's why that particular song would make it. So that has like a little bit of sentimental value. I would say a couple of, Cheetah Girls songs.
Wait, who?
Cheetah Girls you remember from Disney Channel? Like Raven Simone. It was Raven Simone.
Drew,
cut.
So yeah.
Cut. No,
hold on. Again, the song is top.
Yeah, you
top
listen
songs
to what Cheetah. Okay, hold on.
You wouldn't.
Slap some Cheetah Girls. What do you got?
Dude,
so the reason why is because those
top
songs,
guilty pleasures you wouldn't blast with the boys. So you're blasting that.
Yeah.
You're blasting Cheetah Girls.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, bet.
It's because I like my favorite style of mixes is like girl group pop songs.
Okay, that's fair. I like
so
that.
the way they produced the songs at that particular time, I thought was super dope to me. And even listening to it now, I'm like, man, these are fucking fire ass songs. I wasn't listening to them at that point because I was listening to something completely different. But I respect pop music now, so I've kind of gone back to listen to the girl group and boy band like mixes. Well, and that's why I love those.
Speaking of boy band, "Quit Playing Games in My Heart" by Backstreet Boys, dude.
That's probably
that
top 5.
song goes fucking ham. If I'm coming home from work and I'm in traffic and that jam comes on, I'm cranking the stereo.
Fucking John comes on,
dude. It's hard, dude.
Yeah.
One's great.
When I'm making my trip home from the studio and it's like 3 a.m, that's one of the songs I'm blasting to keep myself awake.
Another guilty pleasure. I wouldn't blast with the boys, but proud to blast it in the soloness of my drives or something. I Do 98 Degrees, dude.
Wow, nice.
If Nick Lachey didn't
dude.
fucking make you feel some type of way when he fucking sang that.
98 Degrees was fire though.
They were
They
fire, dude.
were
Dude,
pretty
Go
slept on
Cincinnati
compared to.
Bearcats, dude. He's alone, dude.
That's
He's
right.
alone, dude. Go
Nick Lachey.
Bearcats. Fucking bear down, dude.
Hell yeah.
Man, I got like genres of it.
Okay.
I'll say one artist just in general, dude. Just like Adele. Like I'll put some Adele on.
Really? See, I've never done it.
Oh, dude.
I've never done it.
I'll get down on. I mean,
Okay.
dude, so she is. I think it was since some time that before we even care about was like the previous record, but it was like she was the first artist to go #1 with just a vocal and a piano.
Really?
That was it.
Okay.
When she did Hello. It's
Oh, yeah.
crazy. Like that's talent, dude.
I got a similar one, like artist wise, Celine Dion.
In general,
I could
yeah.
slap some Celine Dion, brother.
It's hard for me to listen to Celine Dion.
Dude, she
I
has the
get
voice
emotional.
of an
I'll start
angel. That's
I'll
why,
start
dude. That's what I'm
crying.
saying. Like
Yeah.
that Titanic track, brother.
This is a deep cut, dude. I fuck with some Joni Mitchell. Hard.
Wait, Joni Mitchell.
Dude, Joni
I know
Mitchell,
the name,
dude.
but
If you look up Joni Mitchell, dude, just like this, like
Joni Mitchell.
high pitch folk singer lady, but just crazy talented.
Tracy Chapman esque. Are we talking? What are we talking?
Listen, dude. All respect to Queen Tracy, dude, but Joni Mitchell. Joni Mitchell's crazy, dude.
The
Little
name
Big
sounds.
Yellow
The
Taxi,
name, I was
dude.
gonna say the name sounds
A
familiar,
little
but
Big
it's
Yellow
Okay,
Taxi,
that's
the
that.
Circle
River's
Gang,
on
dude.
there?
River. Yeah,
Damn,
dude. Joni
okay.
Mitchell goes
All right,
crazy.
brother. All right, brother.
Actually, now we're getting good. Okay, so I went through a phase. I loved like I would say like 2006 to 2008. I was really into like whatever was cool in Mexico. We used to go there on vacation, and they didn't have American music like TV there, so we would just put on. We found there was like their version of MTV. Dude, got put on so much game, but dude, Enrique Iglesias in general,
yeah.
He's got slappers.
That whole Latin sensation, though.
Unbelievable.
Remember, it was Ricky Martin, Enrique, and then who was the one that was married to J Lo?
That was
Mark Anthony.
Yes,
Mark Anthony,
dude. Remember
yeah.
when that
Mark
Latin
Anthony, dude.
sensation shit was going
dude,
crazy?
dude. But that, do you know what it feels like?
Oh, dude.
Love is so
Great song,
It's
dude.
funny that
Which
always
one was
reminds me
the
of
one?
Robin
Which one
Big.
was the video with the Anna Kournikova? Dude, is that it?
Do you remember me?
We need to get Jared for a karaoke night.
Jared,
yeah, that'd be
I
fire.
remember you. That somebody wants.
So out
you.
of those three artists you mentioned, who would be like your top pick?
Honestly, man, anytime I'm on Shuff and a Backstreet Boys or an NSYNC song comes on, brother, I'm blasting. dude.
Right. So
That
no,
shit to
so
me
for the,
just-
for the Latin sensation. For
Oh,
like,
of the three?
Yeah.
Yeah, I felt like Ricky Martin maybe was the king of it, but if I look back on the songs, Enrique probably was the better singer of
dude,
the
He
three.
had just, I
easily.
feel like he had
Plus
more.
he's Julio Iglesias.
He had more
Iglesias.
he had
Well,
more catalog of bangers. I feel like
Dude,
because he had some
yeah.
dope pop songs.
Yeah.
He had some cool like Spanish songs that he would do, and then
He just had that mold, dude. Who was it? Was it?
and then you
was
got to
it-
remove them.
Was it
gotta
Saturday
remove-
Night Live that made fun of it and
Yes,
he
and
just kept
then-
getting bigger?
yeah.
Dude? I remember that. Dude. I was like, damn. It's
Did
so
you
cool.
guys fuck with like reggaeton back in the day?
Yeah, if it came on, I would listen to it. Yeah.
Dude, I went deep.
Daddy Yankee.
I went deep, dude. On no, Daddy Yankee, a good little rompe, dude. rompe.
That was one of my favorite
Dude,
records that he did.
Daddy Yankee sick, dude. Wisin and Yandel. You know what I'm talking
What?
about? Oh my
I don't know
god,
if I
dude.
know.
Mujeres in the
Dude,
club with
dude,
50 was
dude.
my
What?
shit. Yeah.
Al mundo, hola, ¿qué tal? Soy el chico de las poesías, tu fiel admirador. Y aunque me conocías. Dude, es noche
Hey,
de
we're clipping that,
sexo.
dude. That's
Dude,
hilarious.
that song. hold on.
Yo,
That's
he was
Hold on.
hitting them notes.
Dude.
So good.
Hola, ¿qué tal? Dude, that part. Listen,
Hey, wait,
you
real
gotta
quick,
hear
while
this.
we're on that, do the Kevin Gates, dude. The
Which one?
intro.
Dude, la ilaha la sapana kana kuntumina zalamin. Sapanda la alhamdulillah la huegba.
I think he'd be very
La
proud.
huegba.
He'd be proud.
Kills
Took out
that.
my legal pad and jotted all my pain down. Attempted suicide, I tried to blow my brains out. Transportation made illegal, cash on Greyhound. Don't like the bus no more, I travel on the train now. Don't like the bus no more, I travel on the train now.
All right, so if you guys had to choose whether
Oh, that's another good one. I forgot about this.
if you guys had to choose who came back and did an album and put it out in 2024,
Wisin and Yandel.
G Unit, or D12.
G Unit. It's not even close, dude. For me, it's not even close.
No.
I had all the G Unit albums. I had shoes.
That
I
Beg
had
for
clothes.
Mercy.
The Beg for Mercy
was
album
fire.
I still listen to that. There's so many bangers on that track. Stunt 101 was on there.
Popping them things.
Popping them
was
things
that
was
on
on
there?
there. Every hood they go through. All the gangsters around.
That
on
was
my whole
the
crew.
record. That was
Popping
the shit.
things. Yeah, G Unit was. Speaking of G Unit, man, I bring this up every time G Unit gets brought up with Jared and I. But Lloyd Banks, dude, I got to see him when I was in Corpus. He came through. It was a tour with like Slim Thug, Chamillionaire, and Lloyd Banks happened to be on it.
Right.
Just a fucking just unsung legend. All right, Jared, what you got for us?
Dude, it's legendary shit right here, dude.
I don't know if I know this,
dude.
Let me see.
Pa'l mundo. Soy el chico de las poesías, tu fiel admirador.
You're hitting that way too perfectly too.
Dude, just wait till Yandel comes in, dude. When Yandel
So
comes
who's
in.
who?
Yandel is the one on the right.
Okay.
Dude.
And then is the
one that looks
guy
like
on the
Riv?
left.
Yes, dude. Yes.
You know Riv?
I think you showed me a picture.
You know Riv?
It's dope because they have like a reggaeton like drum style, but then it's like the musical elements. It's like very cinematic and like very
that's
big.
dope, dude.
Hold on, I gotta find. There's one more. Hold on. Noche de Enterino, dude.
Was it Daddy Yankee or there was somebody else that like
Daddy Yankee
was gonna like go Christian?
Daddy Yankee. Dominicano, sobericano, no motore. Dominicano, sobericano,
There's
there's that at karaoke.
Yo,
absolutely.
There's
you seen it wind down at karaoke.
There's a
dude,
song
it would
called
become
Ahora
crazy.
Es. There's a song called Ahora Es. That's a
on
fire
there.
one too.
Hold on. Where's Noche de Enterino, dude? Give me that, dude.
This is hilarious.
Entierro, dude.
Entierro.
There we go.
I always loved their
till you
music.
hear
Their
the
music
flute.
videos were dope too.
This is the OG flute, dude. Wait till you.
Hey, make sure you like the video.
Dude, this
like
shit
and subscribe.
goes,
Like and subscribe.
This shit, dude.
20 million people.
Put this on at the carne asada as a white guy.
Look at the little
you're
thumbnail.
in. I guarantee you, dude. You put the Los Benjamin.
Get Jared a silk Versace shirt. Get him a
Dude,
fucking mojito
Dude, that'd be hard.
and a Cuban
fucking
cigar.
Ricky Martin and all
He'll be
in
out
there,
here.
I'll be in that Bucci, dude. Dude, imagine this with a mojito in hand, dude, just on beach, just
Right. With a Cuban.
smelling diesel.
Another
from
topic
somewhere.
that's coming to mind watching something like this is like artists who went on runs, dude. You know, a year, 2,
Ooh,
3
that's-
years. Like Mike Jones could be one of them. Other artists. that
T.I.
went on-
run needs to be
T.I.
studied.
Dude, the
T.I.
T.I.
had an
run was
incredible
crazy.
Jeezy
Jeezy had a
had the
run.
run.
Jeezy, yeah. Akon, T-Pain.
Akon's run
Dude,
was
the Akon,
crazy.
and then the Akon and T-Pain trajectories linked up, and that was
awesome, dude.
Well, what's crazy is you had Akon, T-Pain did his thing,
the
and then
50
he just
Cent
went like
run,
this.
The 50 Cent run was wild,
and then
dude.
they just kind of like 50 Cent had a weird run because he like
You think so? I thought he owned the game. When he,
to me
for, like,
to me he had way bigger hits, but he had way less songs.
he had way
like,
bigger hits. but he
T-Pain, Lil Wayne had way more catalog that like were good.
Well, 50 was also a mixtape rapper before he.
But that's what I'm saying.
That's
like
how he got his
that's
name.
I'm saying that's the peculiar thing about 50 is 50's impact was so big, but
Yeah.
he needed such a less like his catalog
his
is
songs
2
were impactful.
albums. His catalog is 2 albums and like a year's worth of features
Yeah.
that he did. That's all that's all you need to like
Dude, what
discuss
was-
50 in the conversation.
Mhm.
there was a random 50 song on an album. It was like his 3rd or 4th album or something
Was
like
it
that.
the Curtis album?
Man, I don't remember. It had like a futuristic beat.
Oh, there's AO Technology.
Yes,
AO
it was after-
Technology
it
was
Justin
hard,
Timberlake.
dude.
That's what I'm thinking of. And then there was one after.
There was another. It's called
Get
Me
Up.
Yeah, Get Up. That's my
That's what
shit.
it was?
Yeah.
Dude, Get Up went crazy.
Because
Up.
that was the one where it was like a futuristic music video, and then
I
Dr.
remember
Dre,
AO Technology,
Dr.
though.
Dre
That
and
was a
Eminem were
great
like
song.
frozen in like a thingy at the end of it. Yeah, I love that song. Man, I've
Jamie,
been doing my thing.
Jamie, pull that up.
Jamie,
Crazy
Jamie,
Mini Club and
not Wisin and Yandel. We're up.
You should play that video.
What is it? What was the song?
The Get Up video. That was a fire ass song.
the ASAP Rocky run in college was.
Ooh.
You know what?
Good call.
The whole blog era, like that, I've always wanted to do just like a whole section of just the blog era, from Rocky Fresh, Casey Veggies, Mac Miller.
I remember that whole
Casey Veggies, Mac
ASAP
Miller.
Rocky, the whole ASAP fam, like so much music.
Yes,
This
dude.
is
Oh my god, I haven't heard this since I was running track in high school.
Oh shit,
dude.
I remember this, dude.
Club when I'm in that man.
I mean, this is certified slapper, dude.
Play AO Technology after this too.
That's a dope ass music video too.
Dude, that beat, dun 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 dun.
I think this is when Dr. Dre and him
I feel like
started
I'm
working back
marching
together.
against
Yeah.
the enemy.
Yep.
Popping them things.
That's a producer I would love to see in the studio.
Poster's
with.
Ambitious was one of my favorite 50 songs.
That's you know
Step
what?
on grapes, put it on water, and tell you it's wine.
I would
dude.
say top.
That was
I would
hard.
say top like top 10 samples. In a
Oh
song.
yeah, dude.
So special.
50 Cent. God damn. She rolling. Damn, this is unlocking memories right now.
This was during the wasn't this during the vitamin water?
Dude, Justin Timberlake.
This is my favorite Justin
made
Timberlake
hipster
time.
office. Did Justin Timberlake start hipster fashion? When he was rocking like the vests, like he's
Like
wearing
the beanies and
suspenders
stuff,
dude.
dude?
Just
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
dude, did
might
he
have.
start that for that?
I would like to
He
think
made
so.
business.
Yeah.
He made like New York, Manhattan business casual, like what guys wear. And
He
then the
made his
craft
own
beer
brand. He
just-
made his own clothing brand and put in Target.
Did he really?
Wow. A Lotus. A Lotus is kind of a random dude.
I heard those are shitty cars. They're fast and quick, but they're shitty made.
Some of the most unreliable. Dude, they got So Don't Give Away My Love. So Don't Give Away My Love.
Window
That
Shopper,
whole
dude.
that whole
Fucking
album,
great song.
Future Sex
dude.
Love
What a
Sounds.
great- Top is feels so much better than the bottom.
Hey, yo, Mace, you let
Hey,
Fitty
Mace
take
still
you
relevant,
shopping,
dude.
You let
Yeah.
Fitty take you
Yeah.
shopping?
That's right, dude. Cameron did call him up for that. I had that pair of G Unit. I had them in the white and blue version, dude. That was my
Ooh,
pair of G
okay.
Units.
Ooh, do you know what a brand of shoe that you used to have that you used to let me wear
What,
that I always thought was super dope, but
The
I just never
Iversons?
bought it? No, the Dadas.
dude? My Dadas. Dude, I'll never forget. I had bought a pair, and it was when I played with Luke Wheeler on the team, and
Yeah.
like I would get so many compliments from dudes I was playing
black
against
and
just
red
about my
ones.
shoes.
Yeah.
They just
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
they were shiny. Remember,
Yeah.
it was like
Those
dude,
were the
Dadas.
shit.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Now they just respect the game, dude.
Yeah.
They
Facts, my brother. They
They
do
don't.
that.
They don't.
Dude, Jared,
They can't.
Let
see
me
your
say
shoes,
this, dude. Can you pause real quick? Jared probably saw one of my best plays I've ever made on a basketball court, dude.
Oh yeah.
I first off, I'm a small guy, so I don't block a whole lot of people, right? So when
Right.
I get a block, it's few far between. Not only did I get a block, I got the ball back and hit the game-winning 3 from the block.
In transition.
Dude, it was I blocked the ball, I
Dude.
got it, I turned around and shot the 3, and I won the game.
For me, there was even one more
Wow.
level.
I couldn't even
pretty
believe.
Sure, I'm pretty sure the guy pumped and you went up, and then he
I came
thought he
back
got
down.
you, and so he went to go again, and you had already reloaded, and then blocked it, and then like turned
caught
around,
it.
got the ball, and then whacked
Dude,
it. And
it
I
was-
was just like,
Wow.
Jared was like, dude, I was like, Jared, did you see
like,
that?
that
Because
was crazy.
I don't come away from some of my plays ever,
Right.
but that was one that I was like, of all times, you saw that live, dude. Probably
Clyde
my proudest
Drexler
moment.
money jumping out.
Probably
the
my
gym,
proudest
dude.
moment, dude. Drew, we were supposed to go on the court this trip, dude.
I know that. Well, we had that plan,
We
and
had
then
planned.
just
Well,
know.
listen, if you would have got a later flight Sunday, we'd be playing Sunday morning.
Man,
Just
the
saying.
latest flight I was looking at getting was like
'Cause you
9
waited
at night.
forever to book the ticket.
I'm just
I
saying.
tried telling you.
I'm just saying.
I'm
Like,
just saying.
it was like $400 to do like a like to get on at 5, but I wouldn't get home until like it was like 10 at night.
Sometimes you catch those $99 one-ways and they just be slapping, dude.
Non-Spirit either. Southwest, dude. Just nice little.
I should have took Spirit just for like fuck it.
Oh, it would have been dirt cheap.
No,
Your
dude.
ass would have been hurting though because those seats suck.
I mean, my ass was already hurting on the way.
Never
there.
set foot there, dude.
Me neither. Actually, no.
I'm in the Sapphire.
I did fly Spirit once.
I'm in the Sapphire Capital One from with my dog. I'm in the Cinch, that
Yep.
Central Sea
Yep.
Lounge, dude.
So there was a couple things that like because it was funny. He was like, hey, he goes, this is where you're gonna walk. He goes, wait, did you check a bag? I said, yeah. He goes, man, I'm gonna show you how. He's like, I'm gonna have to teach you how to pack.
Yeah,
And I was like,
trip, dude.
solo man trip.
Yeah,
I was like, but I was like, I had my
walking out of the
clothes.
fucking. You're walking out like that, dude. At most, and
Right.
maybe you got one pull behind you, but that's it.
But
dude.
I was like, I had my clothes, so that's what I checked, and then I had my
you did
blue
have-
bag with my
you did
gear,
have,
and
yeah.
then I had my camera bag,
Oh, wow.
which I was like, I'm not checking none of this
Lot
shit.
of quip, dude.
Yeah,
Lot of quip
so-
with you.
And there was shit I like kept at home because I was like, should I bring it? Nah, I'll leave it home because I was like, I don't think I need to bring my whole entire shit. And so that was the first thing. And then it was funny because we were talking about like frequent flyers and stuff like that. I was like, do you do the TSA pre-check? And he was like, you were the one that showed
my
him
dog
about
schooled
the
me
TSA
on that,
pre-check.
dude. My dog put me to shame walking past me,
dude,
and then having to wait for me, and I was like, never again.
and then you wait in line and pre-check, and you're like, I need that clear, and then you get clear and pre-check.
Oof. Those who know.
What's a line, dude?
I'm not gonna lie, like going through because I haven't been on a flight in a couple of years, so
What's a couple 3, couple 4,
It was-
couple 5?
it was like 3,
Wow.
almost
Okay,
3.
All right.
It honestly almost felt like going on for the first time again. Like
Yeah.
when I got to Midway, I like kind of forgot where you had to go. So I was like, okay, I had to go down, did my thing, and then went through TSA. And I actually heard about on an Instagram video about the TSA pre-check and was like, if you don't have TSA pre-check, like you don't have experience in flying
Dude,
frequently.
You just get to the lounges.
So
that much
I heard
quicker, my brother.
that. So that was the
Dude,
first
straight
so that was
to the
right.
Manhattans, dude.
Right. So I wanted to prove that point and was like, yo, is that a thing? And then he was like, yeah, Jared put me onto it. I was like, okay, cool. I'm on the right. I'm on the
Yeah,
right.
Jay
yeah.
Sutts,
Yeah, you
dude.
gotta
And
see
then,
what-
Eastwood knows all
just
about
a little quick appointment, a little fingerprinty print, dude. No warrants.
$75
no
a
warrants.
year?
You're good. Dude,
That's
for like
75
5.
I respect.
For like 5
Yeah.
years.
Oh yeah, it is for 5 years.